of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Alright. It's giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, who the world even calls God, and His only begotten Son. His name is Yahweh Shai. Those names which are in the Paleo Hebrew, in which was given unto the elect. Alright. It's given unto the elect. Alright. To, of course, call upon, to receive, of course, salvation, being, of course, if they are predestined. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim that's pushing this truth, pushing the prophecies, doing the work of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, being a faithful servant of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, being obedient unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, feeding the flock of the elect. Alright, the Bakarium. Alright. Alright, now I'm the brother of Mafpa. I'm from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, located here in Great Babylon, which Babylon is America. Alright. It's a place of confusion, death. It's full of deceit, and everything that is unlawful, they push. Mass confusion, alright? It's nothing but mass confusion out here. And we pushing this truth, alright? Pushing this prophecy. Being the subject of the matter of today is Septa key, alright? Because you know, the transition onto this cashless society, which is the agenda of the elite, okay? Those 1%ers, the elite banking families, alright? Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, alright? Zuckerbergs, alright? That's to name a few. Alright, they have the agenda for this cashless society. Yes, they have begun. They have begun by, of course, putting their system in place, conditioning the people to accept what they push out. If they push out that, hey, we're not accepting cash, we want you now to use your debit cards, we want you to have debit accounts. No, they want us to be obedient unto them, because we, of course, being in their slavery. All right, but there's one thing you elites don't know, is that the Most High is going to, of course, upset your plans. All right, and He's not going to leave His elect to be fooled, to be lost in your folly. Okay, because your whole desire to, of course, rule and receive that birthright, which you in fact did sell. All right, you sold it onto Yaquab, Ishashua, Adawam. You sold it, and the blessing was given from Isaac to Yaquab. All right, to Jacob, which the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, came out of the loins of Yaquab, of Jacob. Okay, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, in whom you wish to destroy, in which you're, of course, beginning to condition the people, all of the whole masses, for your new world order. Okay, so let's start to go into this. This is off of a website. It's called Billy Penn. All right, you know, I live here currently in in my lowest state in Philly, all right, Philadelphia, PA, and this is the Septa key, which you'll learn what it actually is. Now, you know, as I was saying, the elites, they're pushing, of course, they want to get rid of cash, and they want to, of course, implement the RFID microchip, okay, which is the mark of the beast, which we are warning the Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans not to take. All right, we at Great Millstone push the prophecy of the mark of the beast and what it actually is, and we do not leave our people unknowing. All right, we are actually doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. These other folks, these other Israelite camps, they're not being 100%. All right, in which they're leading their their flock on to slaughter. All right, which is unrighteous, and they're gonna have blood on their hands. All right, so this is the headline: Septa Key. The Septa Key. What happened to Philly Transit when TransPasses died? Now let's talk for a hot minute about that key website. All right, so the TransPass is basically a bus pass. You buy at the bus station, swipe. It has prior to the Septa Key, it had unlimited rides. Okay, you could just swipe and use it. Back in the day, it used to be it used to have male and females. Now it doesn't matter. It's just issued. When you just buy it, it has made this transition, and ultimately they're trying to get rid of these TransPasses, get rid of the tokens, get rid of the use of cash, and move forward. Of course, cashless payment, which will lead ultimately onto the RFID microchip, which is in, of course, these NFC. All right, or RFID cards. All right, the system is already here. All right. It says here, there are officially more than 200,000 Septa Key cards in circulation. In the month of June alone, the Transit Authority tallied some 70,000 new key card purchases. Okay, dealing with mass transit. Philly is a massive city. I could go into the population, Lord willing. Adawan Ratazah. Alright. It says, SEPTA officials say the transition from the city's old payment system to the new digital method is ongoing. Okay? So it's ongoing, alright? This is a process. This is a process, of course, of taking us from one way where we're used to, of course, paying for things with cash, all right, which that's nothing but made up money, all right, that's not real money. Okay, the cash, the FRNs that you have ain't real money. It's not backed by gold, all right. They just printing up money, all right, which driving up their debt, which will move, of course, towards a economic collapse, which ultimately will be favorable for their implementation of the RFID microchip to being mandatory, because the technology is already here. All right, it's already here. You have the Foursquare Market company that, of course, had their employees that volunteered to accept it to, of course, receive it. Okay, and they did foolishly. If they're Israelites, they're going to be destroyed. All right, which we'll get into the prophecies and such. The devil is working. He's not wanting, of course, to bring up certain things. Igar Kashatan. I'm trying to get this dictionary, but it's not popping up. But I was going to get definition of ongoing. But I could, of course, improvise and use my cell phone. All right. Because I want, of course, the elect to, of course, receive this word. That's why we doing this. All right. Wake up the elect, and of course, to receive salvation. Making our call and election sure by showing forth this diligence. All right. Ongoing. This thing really being a devil. Ongoing. It says currently taking place, in progress, are evolving. Okay? Let's go into that word evolving. And this is off the freedictionary.com that I'm using. I'm using currently on my cell phone because the devil doesn't want to bring up what I want. All right? You see that? That's the devil. He don't want this work being out. All right? Shaitan is a damn demon. Don't get this, you know what I mean? Gonna be dealt with. All right, Esau, Edom gonna be dealt with. Gonna be destroyed. All right. These elite know what we doing. They got the IP addresses. They know who we are. All right, evolve. Okay. It says to develop, to achieve gradually. To work something out, devise. Okay? To undergo gradual change, develop. Okay? So, achieving the gradually to achieve what? The RFID, all right, microchip putting in your arm, all right, which they having these kiosks, and what you gonna see. That's how they use these things too. They're Septa keys. But let me continue on with the article. It says but the transit agency has now cleared one of the biggest hurdles. All right. Getting city riders off the old weekly and monthly TransPass system. Okay. So, you know, these folks, they clearly know what they're doing. All right. They know what it is. All right. They have out here, they have, you would say, ambassadors, Septa ambassadors, and which are to of course inform you or try to help explain to you, conditioning to you the use of these Septa keys. All right, which I say ultimately, you know, it's going to lead towards people, of course, going into the RFID microchip being inserted in their arm to be able to, of course, pay for these uses of mass transit, public transportation. All right, which first is now being begun and having these RFID cards, which beforehand had magnetic strip cards, and that's what the TransPass was. All right, it didn't have no RFID technology in there. It didn't have no NFC. All right, so it says here's how things went for the key this month. All right, so this was in June. All right, 30th. Right now it's currently in Great Babylon, Friday, October the 27th. All right. It says on June 1st, SEPTA completely phased out the old weekly and monthly TransPass system. Those 1 week or 1 month TransPass card, unlimited rides on a MFL or Market Frankfurt line, the BSL, which is the Broad Street line, and the NHSL. It says buses and trolleys. I'm not aware of this you say it's an acronym. If not acronym. Or abbreviation. And trolleys. All right. It says that it says that you could collect and then throw away. All right. Yeah, because basically you buy the car and then just throw it away when you're done using it. And migrated that entire process over into the new digital. All right. That's analog. All right. That's old school. They want digital. They want to know who's buying everything. All right. You got a debit card? Yeah, we know who uses our transit. All right. How much they spend on transit. All right. The devil wants everything. All right. All right. For their own, their own bellies. All right. Which ultimately is that birthright. All right. So let's go on. We're going to get these precepts, but let me just bring this out. Continue on. It says, Septa key. It was the largest key transition to date, and at this point, the only major change left to be made on a citywide level is completely phasing out tokens. All right, which that's the little coins, and you just buy those and throw them in the. They have a payment box that once you once you go into you would say a bus or a form of transit that Septa has, you would just throw the token in, and that it's it gives you a ride. All right. Now they want you to use these keys. All right, which I do have the key, the Septa key. At first I thought it was like something like you actually gonna have on your neck, but it's actually a card right now. But this is all like to cover up the real agenda. We know what's going on, which I'll get into a little testimony account. All right, let me hit some of these precepts though. Of course, we do know this if we are in the know, but if you're not in the know, all right, if you never heard of this truth, all right, this is the absolute truth, all right, of the matter. These things had been spoken of in the Bible, all right. It's been prophesied, meaning it was said before. It was said by the prophets, who the prophets are here today in a reincarnation. If you can receive that, if you can't receive that, then this might not be for you. But of course, as with something that's new, you of course have to listen. All right. Listen what it is that's being said. All right. Before you go and draw your own assumptions. All right. So this is Revelations 13-16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right. The mark word right here, which the Bible is translated. Okay. Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. This is in Greek. Charagma is the word. What the mark is. You hear it? A stamp and printed mark. Okay. Thing carved. Sculpture. Graven work. All right. Thing carved. So, this goes beneath the flesh. All right. Ultimately, what do you receive if you receive this mark? You get destruction. Okay. You get put to death. Okay. This is Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast in his image," all right, it's the whole workings and the whole system of the so-called white man. All right. All right. Beast being, of course, I believe that's NATO and the EU and such. All right. Images, philosophies. All right. Ways and everything. All right. Got a system. All right, which is nothing but the Roman system. All right, the old Roman system. Okay. And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine in the wrath of the Most High, which the Most High name is Yahweh. All right, which means he is or he exists, and that's in the Paleo Hebrew, okay? Contrary to what y'all have been taught, okay? Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb, which the Lamb is the Lord, all right, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. He's going to be there, and the angels are going to be there, okay? The fire and brimstone is, of course, the nuclear fire and destruction, all right? That nuclear fire, because the world's going to be cleansed. Dude, in this, well, you have America's gonna be completely obliterated. All right. It goes on. Revelations 14:11, and the smoke of their torment Saki ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right. So when you go into it, like I said, it said forever, but it's not. It does not. It means this. All right. Right here. Period of time, age. Okay, it's a period of time. It's not gonna be eternal. Okay, which, that's it's like that's a whole false teaching of the whole thing with hell. All right. But I don't want to rear off the topic. All right, so you have these right here. I'm gonna kind of try to go through this real quick. So right here, you have these RFID cards, Septa key. All right, you could you can see it right here. They got this right here. You can buy this thing is going crazy. Anyway, key card right here, fair products right here. You could get these fair products right here. Travel wallet, which you can of course put funds on there, cash funds turned digitally, which you can insert your money into these kiosks, or of course use debit. Some kiosks do not have both cash and debit, like be able to actually insert cash into it. Some just use debit, but that's what the deal is for now. Ultimately, it's gonna be a RFID chip, being put in somebody's arm, and they want somebody to basically put their chip to it and then pay for, of course, transit. All right, or reload. Well, really, everything will be on there. You just gonna put your hand up to this, and in place of this card, which this card has the RFID technology in there, which is radio frequency RFI identification. All right, I believe device. I can look it up real quick just to be 100%. RFID. Okay. Radio frequency identification. All right. Right there. Radio RFID identification uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. The tag contains electronically stored information, but you'll have all your information on there. All right. Right now, they just got the information on these cards, being just funds, money. That's it. I mean, if you have your card registered, they got your name. All right. They got other information that, of course, you give to them and provide. The banks provide to them, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So, that's a whole nother thing, going into the RFID. But you see the chip, the actual chip, which they want to implement and make mandatory, which they will do. But, the elect is not going to accept. this was it. It's as small as a grain of rice. All right. They got even smaller ones too. All right. This is the, you basically go on the bus. Of course, go to the kiosk first, put funds or whatever on there. Then of course, the kiosk and print. Well, it pushes out this card. Then you go and put the card up to, you would say these devices. All right. And it reads it, and then that's it. It makes a sound, and that's all. All right. So, that's really it with going into this a little bit. Let me see, get some preset. Because the so-called white man, which is the devil, all right, meaning deceiver, going back to the Latin word diablos, that's what the word devil means. It means deceiver. Okay, it's not no red guy, all right, under the ground running around poking people in the bum. All right, the Most High, even though the devil is the so-called white man, these elites, top elites, even though they have these you have this plan, it's going to be, of course, brought down a low. All right, it's Job 5:12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, which the Lord shall do. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness and daytime, and grope noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, which the sword is the so-called white man, all right, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stopped her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh Shem Yahushai correcteth. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty. All right, well, the point had really been made. Okay. Now, he disappointeth. All right, let's go into that. Let's go into devices. All right. You get the Hebrew word for disappointeth. All right. You get parar. All right. Yes, we do read the Hebrew. Okay, that's our original language. All right, which those customs was taken on from the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But the so-called white man does, of course, refuse. Esau, Edom. That's what he goes back to. Esau, Edom. Esau in the Bible. He refuses to, of course, tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who you actually really are. All right. So disappointed to break. Okay. It has to frustrate, to break the bits. That's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to bring it to bits. To cease, to cause to cease, to defeat, disannul, disprove, fail, frustrate, bring, to come to naught, utterly make void. All right. So these things, like such as chipping the entire world, which you elites have the of course the idea to do. You know, because remember, y'all, the sword. You know, it's going to be brought to naught. This is back to Jacob and Esau. This is Genesis 27:38. And Esau, Joshua, said unto his father, which that Esau means waste away is he, right? Came out red, all right? His name was later turned to Edom, which means red, all right? Adawam. It goes on. Hast thou but one blessing? He's saying to, of course, Isaac, his father. It says, but hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me. All right. Even me also. Oh, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So you got this crying devil. All right. All right. He wants a blessing. After he sold it, onto his brother, Yaquab, which it was set up in the spirit anyway. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above, which is right now. Lord, they have these Edomites, the so-called white man has everything, all right? And by the sword thy shall live, all right? And shalt serve thy brother, all right? Which they're going to serve us in the coming rulership. So you Negro Latino Americans, get ready, all right? But you need to get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he has the elect, and he's going to destroy 2/3 of his people, those who take these chips, all right? And it shall come to pass when thou have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. And Joshua hated Yaquab because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and I will slay my brother Jacob. All right, in which you see constantly. All right, Negro Latino Americans getting gunned down, destroyed. All right, by the so-called white man, which is a sword. Okay, which it will be, of course, come to naught. All right. We're just gonna go into that word for devices. We get this Hebrew word. It's that machashaba. All right. Machashaba. All right. So we go into that word. It's the Hebrew word for devices. It says invention, device, plan, purpose, cunning work. Okay? So these things that are cunning, all right, its purpose, its invention, the Most High is going to bring it down. Imagination of the so-called white man. All right? They want to destroy us. All right? And look, this gonna go into my account. So I'm on a bus one day. So this one woman, she was confused. She didn't know about the whole system and such. So now, of course, me, the spirit hopped on me to speak about it. So I said, look, man, you ain't gonna get rid of course, all cash. Get rid of course, all tokens in these magnetic strips. This was before they implemented the Septa key, basically they were in their beginning phases, if I may say. All right, because at first, right now, it's a process, being that they have first, an early adopters program in which they have you can use the key, you can use the transpass, all right, you can use the token, but ultimately they go get rid of all of that except for the key. And then when the so-called white man implements the chip, all right, well, yeah, like mandatory inserted into people's hands or in their body. All right, you can add a chip somewhere else, forehead, whatever. Then it's it. So I was telling her, I was like, look, that's the mark of the beast, meaning that I actually explained to her what the RFID microchip is, that it actually is in that technology of being a card, because the mark of the beast is not just a card, it's the actual technology and being inserted in your arm. Okay, and that's you pledging your allegiance onto the so-called white man, because without it, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell or basically be a functioning member of society. All right, being able to function by their way, all right, and their means. Okay. So, I explained it to this woman. The woman, this was a Judite, all right, and this Edomite came out of nowhere, and she goes and say, no way, you're talking. He basically said I was talking mints or rubbish, and I was just like, whoa, I forget what I end up saying to her. If I end up like rebuking her sharply, sometimes I gotta be you would say wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Going to work, but I forget. I might have said something, but but I don't. Mostly I could be like, yo, you a damn devil. You gonna be destroyed. All right, but later on, it was just like, this was before the Foursquare market thing happened. It was like, I was just like, damn, like I think she said this was, she said, she's like, yeah, no way they'll put a chip in that person's arm. And it was like funny being that soon after they put the chips in the Foursquare market employees and stuff that volunteered to accept it. And I'm just like, these Americans are so foolish. They don't even see what the hell's going on. All right. This is Sirach 8:8. Despise not the discourse of the wise. Or hold up, Slaggy. Let me see if that's the precept I actually wanted. Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. All right, but really the point being is that you ain't supposed to despise the discourse of the wise. Being the ones, of course, have the truth. All right, you of course acquaint yourself with, of course, the dark sayings which we have interpreted. All right, and you learn this instruction not to take the RFID microchip. All right, being when they, of course, implement the be in your hand. Not saying that taking a Septa key and using it right now is the actual having a chip being actually like, you taking the mark of the beast. That's not it. It has to be put inside you, being the RFID microchip. All right. The Septa key, that's just the Septa key. Ultimately, they just have the system set up. All right. I see the kiosks. I have an image on my phone of them saying basically they getting rid of even using cashiers. All right, they don't want to use cashiers. They just want to have people use self-serving kiosks to buy or purchase their fares. Okay, and just go on in their merry way using their system. All right. Let's go into this word enterprise. You get thawashaya. All right. In the Hebrew, Ibariath, Lashon Kadash, the Holy Tongue. Enterprise. Alright. I go into this. So working. Let me see. Hold up 1 second. Let me get this word right quick. It's a Google. Now we gonna close out. We ain't gonna make it that much. Because I made it long. I know Jake is simple. Jake is Negroes, Latinos, the Americans. I know y'all simple. Enterprise, a project or undertaking, typically one that is difficult or requires effort. A business or a company. All right. So dealing with enterprise. All right. That's what their enterprise is. The so-called white man is this implement this RFID microchip. Allow their new world order to be here place. But the Lord's, of course, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna spoil it. All right. He's gonna spoil his plans. Because Job 20 and 23, all right, it reads, when he is about, or boot, I say a boot in Scottish potter. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through, which that is an ICBM missile. All right, that's what it actually is. That's the iron bow. Okay, ancient prophets seen ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and of course described them the best of their ability in ancient time, being as these bows of steel, all right, arrows, etc. All right. So, but anyway, the point is that the Lord, of course, is gonna bring them to be put to death and be destroyed. All right. They ain't gonna deceive the elect and having to receive the chip. All right. You folks that are paying attention, the elect, understand that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. The system is here. All right. They got these Septa keys. They eliminating cash, etc., etc. All right. Get with it. All right. The Bible has spoke about it. Okay. Listen to the prophets who spoke. All right. Get up out of all of that you already been taught. All right. Come in as a newborn babe and learn this truth. All right. Set your pride down. All right. Stop being so proud. All right. Think you know everything. All right. This is Proverbs 11:2. It reads, when pride cometh, then shall shame. But when the lowly is wisdom. But with the lowly, slack it. All right, which the humble, that the Lord's elect, they're humble. Okay, meaning those that of course been predestined to receive salvation, to receive this truth. All right, they receive this wisdom. All right, the Lord ain't dealing with pride. Okay, simple as that. As simple as that. Okay. It's that Zadawan, if I'm not mistaken with the pronunciation. Pride, presumptuous, arrogance. All right. So with that, that's already hitting the point. All right. That the system, they basically just getting ready for this RFID microchip being fully implemented. And that's basically it. All right, with that, I'm gonna say, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Most High Power. All right, the one who we serve, the elect. All right, the hopeful elect. All right, because we don't know who the elect is. The ultimate, we are delivered. All right. Until then, of course, we gotta, endure. All right. Peace and citation to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth, pushing the prophecies. Keep working. And of course, Double Honor said that was an apostles at Great Millstone. That of course, we're woken up to this truth and pushed it and teach and fed the flock and constantly are. Shalom.